do not forgive somebody who has hurt you, then it means you are telling God that deal with me as I've also dealt with that person.
Wow. If I train my child such that he comes out of school and he cannot do an alternative job, then I think as a parent, I am failing.
The midnight that you cannot sleep and thinking about this child, tell yourself, Lord, I hand over this my wayward child unto you.
It is not about the job the person is doing in terms of what we think. But at the end of the day, is it the will of God?
I think that it's very unhealthy for couples to be talking about breaking up and threatening them. It doesn't really solve. If the person is unrepentant, that cannot change it. Start with prayer.
One of the sickness that I pray to God everybody will get one in his life before they die and become a ghost is toothache. One of I don't know if you had toothache before.
I've had it before. You can't sleep.
The anointing doesn't solve it.
Watch Weekend Family Review with Dollarich every Saturday at 8:30 a.m. and a repeat at 7 p.m. Weekend Family Review, bringing the families together and reshaping society for tomorrow's generations.
Hello, precious viewers. Wow, what a beautiful day it is today to come your way with this program, Weekend Family Review Show, right here on GTV Live. And you know, my name has not changed. I'm still Evangelist Johnny Cole, Dollarich, and I welcome you specially today. And you know what, call somebody to tune in to watch this program, because here we say we are bringing the families together and reshaping society for tomorrow's generations. We love you so much. And last week we started taking a scripture for the day, and today we want to take our scripture for today too. And let's go to the book of Jeremiah 32 verse 17, and it says, Lord, look, you made the heavens and the earth with thy great power and outstretched arm. Nothing is too difficult for you. You know what? Because nothing is difficult for the Lord. Whatever sickness, whatever challenge you are going through, whatever is holding you down, I see God making a way for you. Trust me, things will change from today. On that, let me say a big thank you to my neighbor, Mr. and Mrs. Andor. I mean, you came and you got me this beautiful shirt. I love it so much. I say, God richly bless you for this beautiful, and some ties, I mean, it is awesome. I love you guys so much. God richly bless you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And we'll take this quick break. When we come, I have a sister here, and she's going to bless us today. But remember, our WhatsApp line is still up screen, and our Facebook page, Weekend Review with Dollar. Just get connected with us. Let's do the show together. Don't move. We'll be right back.
When you do not forgive somebody who has hurt you, then it means you are telling God that deal with me as I've also dealt with that person.
Wow. If I train my child such that he comes out of school and he cannot do an alternative job, then I think as a parent, I am failing.
Intercede in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, the midnight that you cannot sleep and thinking about this child. Tell yourself, Lord, I hand over this my wayward child unto you.
It is not about the job the person is doing in terms of what we think. But at the end of the day, is it the will of God? Is that what am I looking at pleasing God or looking at pleasing the people around us?
Once you get into marriage, unless it's a very threatening situation where life and death, is on the line, I think that it's very unhealthy for couples to be talking about breaking up and threatening them. It doesn't really solve. If the person is unrepentant, that cannot change it. Start with prayer.
Watch Weekend Family Review with Dollarich every Saturday at 8:30 a.m. and a repeat at 7 p.m. Weekend Family Review, bringing the families together and reshaping society for tomorrow's generations.
You're welcome back, and thank you so much for staying on. The program still continues, and it is the Weekend Family Review Show right here on GTV Live. And as I said before we went for the break, I have a sister here, and she's going to bless us, and she's in the person of Pastor Ama Gansa, and she's such a lovely lady, and she's a sister from Winneba as well. And that's a secret she doesn't want me to say, but I've said it. You're welcome.
Thank you so
much.
much.
How are you?
Blessed by the grace of
God.
God.
Wow.
And you?
I'm blessed. And Winneba people are looking for you, though. Let's see. You've come up with an album, I'm sure. Yes. And how is it going so far?
By the grace of God, it's doing well.
Wow. And I know the launching and all this up and down.
It's not been easy, but God has been good.
I see. Someone will say, when did you start music in the first place?
Music, professionally, I'd say at the age of 9.
Wow.
Say at the age of 9, so over a couple of decades or some few decades.
So how far is it? I mean, your first album, your second album?
This is my first.
This is your first album.
Yes.
I can see you've gone through the mill.
Oh boy, you don't want to go there.
I know. That's powerful. And you bless us with some songs today, and then we see viewers. If you are there, Pastor Amma is going to bless us, and then she's here with what's the name again? Kwame Emmanuel. Yeah. Right. Okay. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. Right. I think you can give us some touch on and then we'll see how far the Lord will take us. And before she comes in, if you're watching, I just give somebody a call and tell the person Weekend Family Review Show is right on air. So just tune in, and even as she be a blessing to us.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
If you are watching me, maybe you are with your family, maybe you are alone. You are alone. At this point in time, Ghana is mourning because somebody has lost a husband. You've lost a friend. You've lost your brother and your sister. And it's interfering with your worship. But I want to tell you that God will never leave you nor forsake you. He hasn't changed and he will never change. Be comforted by his word. Be comforted because he's our ever-present help in times of need. He is a good God, and faithful is he who has called us, not to disgrace us, but to bring us to a perfect end. Join us to thank the Lord and to lift his name high. Hallelujah. And as he said, Ahimuini Ejawo kuara Enayebe sumuwo Odia uma onsaswa Anyama yedi Ujumeni Arai Missy Anna Sinsewo Ahimuini Ejawo kuara Enayebe sumuwo Ejauma onsaswa Amanye na yedi Ujumeni Arai Oni babempo Anywhere at and from Apple, what's ye? I saw Jesus, Tiwolia, oh, only Bob, what manner of man, anywhere at and from Apple. Anywhere ready, and from above, it's yeah. in our lives. Oh, when you nara ye dinner where you are, da da, oh you are, so holy are you, Lord, all creation, all you got, worthy is your name. We worship your majesty. Oh, holy are you, Lord, all of creation, all you got, worthy is your name. We worship your majesty. Awesome God, how great thou art. You alone, mighty are your miracles. Lord, we stand in awe, your holy. Lord, we bow and worship. Awesome God, how great thou art. You alone, mighty are your miracles. Lord, we stand in awe, your holy. Lord, we bow and worship. Lord, we bow. Lord, we bow and worship. Lord, we bow before you. Lord, we bow and worship. Lord, we bow, we bow, we bow. Lord, we bow and worship. There's a song that the Lord blessed me with. And it says, I worship you in good times and in bad times. Sometimes it is difficult. Sometimes you don't even want to hear any encouraging words because you are so down. But I want to encourage you that faithful is he who has called us. Psalm 27 says, the Lord is our light and our salvation. Whom shall we fear? And it's a simple song. I want you to join me. It says, Mesumuo mire Mesumuo meje Woni mi hai eni mi nkwaji Mesumuo Mesumuo mire Mesumuo aumeje Woni mi hai enemy kwaji Dollarich Mesumuo
What a blessing indeed. We worship him all the days of our lives. And what can we say? Thank you so much for coming. You've been such a blessing to us. And viewers, I don't know, but this is Pastor Amagansa, and she's been a blessing to us. You know what? Call somebody to tune in to watch this program, because here we say we are bringing the families together and reshaping society for tomorrow generations. Don't take a leave of us. We'll be right back.
When you do not forgive somebody who has hurt you, then it means you are telling God that deal with me as I've also dealt with that person.
Wow.
If I train my child such that he comes out of school and he cannot do an alternative job, then I think as a parent, I am failing.
Intercede in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, the midnight that you cannot sleep and thinking about this child. Tell yourself, Lord, I hand over this my wayward child unto you.
It is not about the job the person is doing in terms of what we think. But at the end of the day, is it the will of God? Is that what am I looking at pleasing God or looking at pleasing the people around us?
Once you get into marriage, unless it's a very threatening situation where life and death, is on the line, I think that it's very unhealthy for couples to be talking about breaking up and threatening on it doesn't really solve. If the person is unrepentant, that cannot change it. Start with prayer.
Watch Weekend Family Review with Dollarich every Saturday at 8:30 a.m. and a repeat at 7 p.m. Weekend Family Review, bringing the families together and reshaping society for tomorrow's generations.
You're welcome back, and thank you so much for staying on, and the program still continues, and it is the Weekend Family Review Show right here on GTV Live, and we are about to do our topic of the week. And today I'm so blessed having these wonderful persons join us to do the program. But I have a visitor, a newcomer on set, and she'll tell us who she is and where she's coming from. So I'll go to my immediate left and I'll welcome her. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, let's get to know you.
I'm Reverend Mrs. Betty Beidou.
Wow.
A chaplain, a counselor, a mother, a friend. In fact, a minister of the Methodist Church Ghana.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Donna.
And how are you doing?
I'm doing very fine. How about you?
Blessed. We are blessed. Wow. And on my far left is this wonderful friend, I can see. He's in the person of Prophet Tete Okain, and he's in charge of Holy Ghost Triumphant Ministries and SCC Wija area. Yes. And he's such a good friend. Rev, you're welcome.
Thank you very
much. And how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
You're looking all good.
Thank you.
It's been a while.
You're also looking great.
Thank God. Thank God. And quickly, let's go into our topic of the weekend. Today, we want to look at quite interesting though, but I know if you have the family together, please let some advice go for some of our young men and our young women out there. We want to discuss dating married men and women. Yes, the young ladies who prefer the men who are already married and they want to scheme around them, want to find their way into their lives, and those young men also who feel the married women are their best options. It's quite interesting, but we'll see what God will do with us today. And let me welcome my guest once again. You're welcome once again.
Thank you very
All
much.
right, and let me start with the lady. Rev.
Yes, sir.
A young lady feels that she doesn't have a good future with her colleague. I mean, a single guy, but she prefers a married man. And I don't know, being a woman, what will you say?
First of all, I'll say for lack of knowledge, my people perish. She doesn't know what will happen when she goes out with a young person or somebody of her age group. But you see, people think that it's all about wealth. Today, this person has got nothing. So, no, you have nothing for me. So I want to take the opportunity. That person who you are moving with, she started from somewhere. And he started with somebody. They have fought. They have struggled. They have got something. And then from nowhere, you want to enjoy. In fact, it's not normal. We don't enjoy where we haven't worked for. So for me, I would just say that they should take it easy.
I like that. They should take it easy. And we see our best they will take it easy as we roll on. And Prof, the young man or the young woman prefers somebody who is already established and in marriage. And that is his or her choice. What will you say to it?
Anytime there is a space, there will be matter. Anytime there is space, there will be matter. Because matter is anything that occupies space.
That's right.
And has weight. Okay. If you are a married man and that there is a space in your life, it will be filled by matter. You know, because it's a very sensitive thing. If you are unhappy, that means there's a space in your life. And these ladies will just capitalize on it, and they will just fill it for you. You know, and anytime there is a space in any marriage, there will be an intruder. When you even look at Genesis chapter 16, verse 1 and 2, there was space in Abraham and Sarah's life.
That's right.
That was where Hagar came in. You know, so anytime there is space, the ladies are very, very observant. They move up and down.
They observe.
You know, they may be in a church. They know you are married, all right. But if there is a space in your life, they don't see why they shouldn't enter.
Wow.
You know, so many times when there is a space, people will just enter into it. So the most important thing is we must always make sure we don't leave spaces, unnecessary spaces for people to come in.
This is revealing.
You know, for people to come in.
The program still continues, and it is the Weekend Family Review Show, and right here on GTV Live, we are discussing dating married men and women. I mean, those young men who prefer married women, and for the young ladies who feel their better option in life is to go out with a man who's already married. And I'm so blessed having Prophet Tetewokain and Reverend Francis Bedu with me here. And let's come back to you. He's talking about the space. When the space is there, these young men and these young women can see, like he's talking about the fact that they can observe from afar. Yes. And but you that you are in, you can't even see there's a space in there.
But the space is created
by you,
by the couple. You see, just as he rightly said, what are these spaces? See, sometimes there is that gap in communication. There's something that the other person wants, the other person is not giving. So definitely, if he's not getting, somebody somewhere to give. So these spaces are created by the couple themselves. But just as I say, sometimes, yes, I may agree with you to a point. They may not know. They may not know that what I'm doing, I'm giving the opportunity for somebody to fill in the gap. For instance, let me say some of us, I mean, always moving out, in, out, in. So the other person says, oh, so can you give me some little time? Can we talk today? Can you just put out these programs? So no, if I don't go, no, something is going to happen. Then you go. This person is very, very lonely. And then somebody just go, hello, and are you there? And the other time I didn't see you in church. Or that program, you know, oh, you see, I was occupied. Now where are you? Oh, I'm at home. I'm also at the mall. Can we say, meet and say, I mean, see ourselves? And there's a space. He will go. Wow. So he goes. And then it starts.
Wow.
So they themselves create the spaces. The couple, both men and women, the same thing. The man may not have time for the woman. He's always, I mean, the workaholic. This woman is sitting down. There's this young person. But he's also hungry. So now you are hungry, I'm also lonely. So why don't we come together and find some pleasure for ourselves?
And do the equation.
You see? So now, that is it. The spaces are created by the couple themselves. But as you rightly said, they may not know. I will agree with you to a point.
Wow.
Sometimes they know, but they refuse to accept. That is it. Yes.
But let's look at it. I now want us to delve into the rationality. I mean, how rational it is. I mean, because I don't know, but if you are about 22-year-old lady or 25-year-old lady and you prefer somebody who has been in marriage for 10 years, 20 years, 30-year-old, I mean, and you feel he is the best person who can give you that comfort and that joy in life. I don't know. Does it make sense, Prof?
Many times it doesn't make sense to us, but many times it makes sense to them.
To them,
really, because someone needs money to see herself or himself through education. He's from a broken home. There are no parents. What would they do? The only way out is to find a space and exploit it. And a man comes around. The man is working in the bank. The man is rich.
He has enough to spend.
So what happens next is they go out on dating. But in the actual sense, no lady, though there may be exceptionals, no lady will have it in mind that as for me, I want to date a married man. No lady.
Okay.
Because women by nature, they find it very difficult to occupy second positions. Really. Women by nature find it very difficult to occupy second positions. They always want to be first.
Okay.
Even when you look at even the case of Sarah. Sarah asked Genesis 16, 1 and 2. You could see Sarah was the first lady of the house. And she introduced Hagar. And what happened next? Hagar was trying to take.
That's right. The rivalry started.
That is it. And Sarah couldn't handle it any longer. And Sarah must tell Abraham to get rid of.
That's right.
So ladies are very wise. Ladies are very wise. God made them wise. And no lady will have the thought of let me
sit down to just
no.
Okay.
No.
Then if that is the case, then they should have a motive for going in for. So what could that motive be?
You see, just as Prophet rightly said, the person wants something. And when people, you see, the theorists, these educational theorists, they say that, you see, everybody is responsible for whatever he or she does. And he or she knows, let's say the lady knows what he's doing may be wrong. But I need it. I must be satisfied. Look at my colleagues, look at my friends. They are going, I must go. Shouldn't be left behind. Remember, he said, the woman doesn't want to occupy a second position. Everybody is going. Why am I left behind? So, too, I'm somebody. And sometimes our background also counts. You mentioned broken homes. Very important. When you don't have anyone to direct you, to guide you, you think that what you are doing is right. But if even you get into that situation, and you get people to tell you that no matter what, I mean, there is an alternative. You condition your mind to go that way. But you see, as Okonkwo said, I know these Nigerian writers, he says a fly that had no one to advise it followed the corpse to the grave.
That's right.
So sometimes there's nobody to direct. So when I find myself in a certain situation, I must liberate myself. I will liberate it by going in for the person who has, so that I can siphon a little, I can get a little, to make myself too comfortable. And so you see them around, breaking homes. But there's one thing I always say. You see, when you take somebody's thing without asking, you have stolen. And when you steal somebody's thing, it hurts the person. When it hurts the person comes out to say one or two things, and it may not go well with you. But at that point, that person is not thinking of these things. He's thinking of satisfaction. This body needs satisfaction, and I have gotten it. I am going to school. I'm going to pay my fees. So that everybody will know that, yes, me too, I am among the best. And said the institution. Little do you know that somebody somewhere is shedding tears.
Wow.
Somebody somewhere is emotionally nurturing certain things against you. And in the long run, what you think you made you comfortable may turn out to be something that will ruin you for the rest of your life.
This is serious.
Yes.
But Prof, let's find out the men. Let me narrow it to the men. When these young ladies come around showing all these talents of care and all this, are the men not aware? Like, it's because of what they will get. That's the reason why. Or do the men confuse love for what the young women, want from them at all?
You see, what the young women want is not love. It's lust. It's not love, it's lust. Because you're already married. So what are you expecting from a third party? You know, you don't expect anything from them. But it's lust. One, the men will be moved into such, things when there is a problem. And I will prefer calling the problem a space.
That's right.
They've been pushed out of bed. They've been pushed out of bed. Many men are parading on the street of Accra, and you always see them dressed nicely, but they are being starved. They've been pushed out of bed. So when ladies come around them, there is a space to fill. There's a space to fill. So they just invite them in, and by the time you realize, it had become a problem.
No, but there are some men that, like talking about whether they've been pushed from bed or something, and there are some who are very much active. They are getting everything, but yet
there are some who are maniacs. They are maniacs, and they need it all the time.
Nothing satisfies them.
Some too are greedy.
Greed for wanting everything.
They want everything. They want everything. But many times too, it may runs through the blood. When it runs through the blood, you can't do anything about it. It runs through the blood.
You have to break it.
I know of a family. Some years ago, when I was, planning to marry, I saw a lady from that family. I didn't know much about that family. So there was this old woman who used to, she really likes me in the area. And one hot afternoon, I was trying to go to that house. And she met me. And she said, "Hey, Robert, where are you going this afternoon?" I said, "I'm going to so-and-so's house." He said, "Hey,
wow.
Don't venture." I said, "Grandma, why?" He said, "Hey, this family, even if you marry her, you will catch her with another man in bed."
Wow.
And she told me the history of the family, the story of the family. So when it runs through the blood, polygamy runs through the blood, womanizing runs through the blood. It doesn't matter whether the person is wearing a ring or not. It's a problem within. The space is within. So that he always wants to fill the space. He always wants to fill the space. You see? So that's why they are married. It's a genetic thing. So it runs through their blood. Such people, I recommend deliverance. Yes, I recommend deliverance. Because nothing can. Nothing. It's something within them that they can't handle. They can't handle.
Earlier you were talking about something, but let's emphasize on that. I mean, could there be some dangers if a young man's choice is to follow somebody's wife, or a young woman's choice to follow somebody's husband? Can there be some dangers when you go that way, that path?
So many dangers. Just this week I was speaking to a young person, and he told me somebody did something to him. So, we are Africans. And we believe in so many things.
I like the way you say we are Africans.
He took an egg, and the egg is a local one.
Not the foreign type.
Not at all. The house chicken.
The foreign ones don't respond.
And and he took a bottle of schnapp, local schnapp. Then he went to a certain river.
Wow.
Yes, and he was telling me, he said, Ma, and when I went there, I said, Nana, this thing that this person has done,
wow,
please never forgive him. Deal with him. If even it means you should be naked walking around.
Wow.
And I threw and the river was flowing. So I threw the egg pine, got broken, and I threw the schnapps. Whatever happened to him, I don't care. And people go to that extreme. Some of them are in the church. They go. They believe in quick action. You have hurt him. Yes, why should you? See, it's when you go to Exodus, even Bible says that even we shouldn't take anybody's sheep.
That's right.
No goat, sheep and goat. How much more a human being? Somebody's precious something. Do you know how much he has fought for that person? The person, he has prayed for that person. He has fasted for that person. And then from nowhere, your little poverty is going to separate us. He will do all things possible. And apart from that, sometimes the person can even hire other people to torture you. In fact, there are so many things that people can do. And recently, I've been interacting with a lot of people, and they tell me, as for me, when you take something of mine, I will not forgive you. Something of mine, I will not forgive you. See, people are emotionally attached to their spouses.
That's right.
And when you try to go that far, some of us who are those of us who are Christians will not sleep. We will cry throughout the whole night. God, deal with this person. So why do you get yourself into trouble? By somebody's thing you have taken. In fact, our advisor, if they want to take it, they should go and seek permission from the spouses. And if they agree, fine.
Go and negotiate.
They go and negotiate. That one, you have your peace of mind. But if you don't go and you take it by force, you suffer for it. They are curses. Curses will follow you. Some of them will not even open their mouth. The very that they did has enough. It's enough to cause you a lot. So, to me, it is better to go through it little by little. Some people struggle and finally they get there. And those of them who want to go the easy way, these things that I've talked about are waiting for you. If even you get through, I tell you, you know what? Because you have done it to somebody, even in the marriage you are afraid. Because remember, in Ghana, they say that so because you have done it years ago, you are afraid somebody will do it for you. So you are uncertain. You are always fighting the spouse. The moment you hear who spoke to you? Let me see the person. Because you did it years back. So that thing is in your subconscious. Remember, Sigmund Freud said it. When we are very young, things are happening in our minds. They still agree, okay.
That's right.
Okay, so because you have done it, you are afraid it will come to you. These are how things. Nobody is even chasing you. You're afraid of your own
shadows. This is serious.
Very.
The program still continues, and it is the weekend family review show right here on GTV Life, and we are discussing dating someone's husband or someone's wife, that is dating a married man or a married woman. And it's getting quite interesting here, but we still have our WhatsApp line up screen and our Facebook page, Weekend Review with Dollarich. Just get connected with us. Let's do the show together. It's getting quite intriguing. And Prof, you know that some people, I've actually talked to a couple of young ladies out there and a whole lot of people, and one or two people made some statement. After I didn't go after him, he was all over me. That is what one lady said. And I said, no, but you had the choice to say no. But if you say yes, that means you have agreed to. And knowing that this man is already married, no matter how he pushes, you should still see him as a married man. You don't have to give in. I don't know, but some ladies are out there. They feel that, okay, fine, they are sitting there somewhere, like somebody will say, and you were all over her, so fine, if you bring it, she will take. What do you say to this?
That is bad. That is bad, you see. We are Christians. And Christians are supposed to live by
example.
The
Bible.
The Bible, you know. Okay. So you see, there is this 1 Thessalonians, I think 5:16, talks about rejoice evermore. You know. So then that means in every condition of that lady, you have to rejoice. When you fail to rejoice, what is going to happen is you create a space of mourning, murmuring, complaining. So then that means anything goes for you, which shouldn't be the case. You see, a Christian, you must realize that adultery, taking someone's husband, is very serious and very dangerous. But who cares? In these contemporary times, who cares? Who cares? You know, sin has become so normal that, you know, people don't even mind. They down the consequences, you know. But anytime, you see, anytime you move as a lady into the marriage union, somebody's marriage, you enter into it, you expose yourself to a whole lot of dangers.
Wow.
Yes. Because you see, Genesis 2:25 spoke about the man, they were naked and they were not ashamed. Okay. Now, you see, when you enter into the marriage equation as the third party, what happens is there wouldn't be nakedness, and there will be shame. There wouldn't be nakedness, and there will be shame. Meanwhile, God says we are both are naked and we're not ashamed. That means nakedness simply means openness. When the third party, the lady in question, comes into in between both of them, there won't be openness, there will be closeness. Secrets. You see, and those secrets will not be healthy to the relationship. It will not be healthy to the relationship. So if what the Bible says, what you don't want others to do to you,
do not do unto others.
Unto others. A lady who is a Christian should know this principle. You know, because even the fact that you are having time even with a man, you will be guilty. You know, your conscience will always be, you know, will be disturbing you. You know, and even the trust factor. The man in question will not even trust you. There will be commitment issues and time lost. You know, so why are you worrying yourself? Why are you wasting your time with things that are not permanent? You know, so ladies should take a cue from whatever the Bible is saying. You know, if the man is even available, say no, to avoid a whole lot of things. The men may be piling pressure. As for pressure, some women don't like pressure. Many women don't like pressure.
So they easily
give in. You know, and these men too, you know, these maniacs, womanizers.
And they will spend every dime they
read
have.
all kinds of books. You know, they've read all kinds of books, so they use it to their advantage to bully, you know, manipulate the system. You see, because one, if the man in question knows that pressure, some women are very strong when you pile pressure on them. Others too, they are not. Others too, it will not be pressure, but a mere touch. A mere touch will take them somewhere. So many men, they try to learn all these things, especially the maniacs. They learn all those things. So even if the women are even resisting, it will be difficult for them to not to give in.
Wow.
You know, but the ladies in question, don't go beyond your limit. You know, someone's husband is beyond your limit. Why are you playing with fire? You know, but they don't care. Today they don't care. You know, some years ago, when you take money home, they will ask you
where you got
it from. But today, they won't ask you that. The thing you hear is, give me some.
That brings me to my next question. There are some families who are actually very much involved with some of the activities of these young women. They even secure the men for their daughters and all that. Family, I mean, what should be the role of parents when their daughters or their sons are getting themselves involved with other married men and married women? What would you tell parents?
See, families are supposed to socialize members positively. So if the members are being socialized negatively, they have to redirect. But here is a family who has a mindset that we must get to a certain status. And some of these things will bring us there. If our daughter goes in for somebody's husband, in fact, they will say it's not the husband that is going in for, it's his money. So, oh, never mind. When he get the money, she'll dump him. But they shouldn't forget again that once you get somebody's money, there's no free lunch. He will continue siphoning your blood, your whatever he wants until he's satisfied. So when the lady is satisfied, now the money is enough, I'm going, he is not satisfied. He chase after you, harass you, molest you. In fact, sometimes physically you will not be happy. But the family should know that, you see, money is not everything. Though money answers all things, money is not everything. For me, I would say money got from a good source is better than money that you find your way. Sometimes you have to go in the night, you have to hide somewhere and call. Is it proper? If the thing is good, why don't you come broad daylight to do it? Why don't you come out, for instance? Oh, I'm here. I'm standing in front of, say, Prof's church. Meet me there, and But you want to go and hide behind that blue kiosk, because there a lot of people will not pass there. So family should make sure that they train the members, socialize them positively. In fact, when you do these things, when people get to know that no, these things are wrong, they also pass on to the next generation. But if we don't caution ourselves, they will think that it is fine. And very soon, see, now sin is seen as normal. Very soon, it will be seen as the finest package.
Then if you don't sin, you are not even part of society.
Exactly. So families have a very crucial role to play. Especially parents who are bringing up these children. You know what? Charity begins at home.
Wow.
And the very, very early stage, you start telling your kids, your sons, your daughters, these things are not done. Don't go in for somebody's husband. Don't go in for somebody's wife. It's not fair. When somebody takes your property to hurt you, you cry. You pray that this person doesn't leave. Don't go there. So, I mean, gradually, when even he meets that situation, at the back of his or her mind, he knows that this thing that I'm doing, I tell you, it's not fine. So, at a point in time, hey, no, let me back out. But if nobody told him or her, it's normal.
Prophet, I spoke with a man, and according to him, which some young ladies or even young men I spoke with also confirmed it, that they feel more secured. The young ladies, they feel more secured with the men because they are matured. They know how to take care of, unlike the young boys, they will give you nothing, yet they will bully you. They will, I don't know, but it's quite interesting though. The man is married, he's carrying his whatever, fine, but does that environment actually welcome you in the first place?
No, it doesn't. When you are from a family with no values, you behave like that. You know,
I mean, family with
no values. You know, because you see, it is easier to forget what you hear than what you see. You know, so if there are values in the family and you are growing up, you see the values.
Wow.
You see the values, you know, and the best teacher will be your father, not your teacher. Your best teacher is your father. What your father does, and your mother. What he does is what you emulate. You know, so if you are coming from such a home and it's like nobody cares, you know, nobody cares, everybody does what they want to do. You grow up like that. You see, and charity begins
at home.
At home. I thank God that it's not from the bush. Charity begins not from the bush, from the home. You know, and before the home, before the church, there was the home. Okay, so the home is supposed to feed the church with people, people that have gone through the fundamentals. Then what the church does is the church just add a little to it, you know, because if they are coming from the home and they are well groomed, the pastors, our work will be very easy.
With the anointing on it, then
that
your
is
life
it. You see,
exploded.
that is it.
Wow.
You see, so that is why God sees the family very, very, very important. See, when the family breaks down, society is broken down.
That's right.
You know, so marriage is not for boys, not for girls.
That's right.
You know, when we allow boys and girls to marry, the family unit has already been broken. Children that they give birth to, what values would they impact into them? No values. You see, so such ladies are in town and they have no morals. I won't blame them, but I blame the source, where they are coming from. You know, because if where they are coming from, they wake up every morning, they observe morning devotion, and they tell them that, you see, your teacher will not tell you going after people's husbands or wives is evil. Your teacher can never tell you that. It's your mother.
Your mother and your father who are supposed to.
They are supposed to do that. You see? So if you are not hearing those things, and those things are normal, your mother sees you coming home with an elderly man. The elderly man drops you,
and she'll bring a chair for the man to sit down.
For the man to sit down. This tells you that your mother has no morals, has no values. So you learn from your mom. You see, you learn from your mom, and that's what is happening today. That is what is happening today, and it has become a problem to the churches.
Wow.
You see, it has become a problem to the churches. People come to church. You even want to touch on the moral aspect. They will leave to the nearest church. They live to the nearest church because the morals that are supposed to be taught from the family, it's not there.
It's not there.
So now the churches have taken it up, and we are teaching morals.
And you say it, and then they are going.
You say it. They get annoyed.
Somewhere else
they get annoyed. You know, they get annoyed. This brings me to the one. You see, it's very risky. We shouldn't, entertain such things. You know, it brings so much wrath. You know, others will call it bad luck. Others call it bad luck. You know, there was this man I went to pray for his business. Okay, a rich man. The business was going down. He's a strong believer. He's a believer. He's married, and the business was just going down, and he doesn't know what was happening to it. So when he came for me, we went to his office. That's a very big place. See, when we got in, I'm a prophet, so word of knowledge and those things, they ran through me, okay? So when I got to your office, my heart and spirit was geared towards his decks. And it was there I saw him having, having an issue with a lady.
That's right.
And that brought a problem. And when I told him, he broke down to tears. He said, wow. How did he said? I said, I didn't see it. It was the Lord. You know that, you see, after we prayed, and I told him that break away from her. You see, because if you don't break away from her, what is happening is she's bringing that bad luck into the marriage. And when the bad luck gets into the marriage, what is going to happen is your toil, your everything goes down to the drain. You see, and he was free. He knew he had done something like that, but he didn't know it was the cause. You know, the problem was not the lady that came there, but the problem was the situation. When you do that, what the Bible says is what will come upon you. And why should it be so? But the ladies of today, many of the ladies of today, contemporary ladies,
Yes, contemporary ladies.
contemporary ladies, they don't fear anything.
They are not afraid.
They have the anointing oil in their hands.
Oh yes.
They've been told to use the oil, apply the oil on everything. So what they do is they use the oil, which is wrong. Which is wrong. You don't use the oil to clean people's husbands. You know, but that is what the people have been told. People have been told these things. You see, so they apply
whatever you want, apply the oil.
Apply the oil. And when you apply the oil to it will work. The reason is it is not God. It's not God that is doing it, but it will be of the devil that is doing it. Because words are spirits.
That's right.
And angels, God, the devil, they all work on words. So the words that goes into the atmosphere, God picks them if they are good, and God works with them. If they are bad, the enemy will also pick them and will also work with them. You see, so the lady shouldn't say it was the man. No, if you are from a well-to-do family, you have been groomed, you have been taught, you must know it is evil. You know, I wanted somebody to do something for me in South Africa, in a French church, and it was about something in Cape Town. So I called her and I spoke with her that I want some information about Cape Town, and I want to start a ministry there. And the lady said, "Prof, I'm feeling uncomfortable." I said, "Why, Vanessa? Why?" He said, "Does my pastor know?" I said, "Oh no, I know you come from Cape Town, that's why. But I'll call your pastor later." You know what she told me? She said, "I'm feeling uncomfortable. Please, can you tell my pastor first?" And I sent her a message and told her that I appreciate what you said. You're a very good lady. Because she's been taught loyalty.
That's right. That's right.
What I'm demanding of her, it was not bad. It was not, I know all of them. You see, but she feels it is ethically wrong.
That's right.
Ethically wrong. Why do you come to me once you have to go to my pastor?
That's right.
You're human, should have gone to my pastor first. I don't want any problem. So I have to thank her. I said, God bless you. You see, she's groomed. She's been taught. But someone will not. We just do it, and later there will be a problem. You see, so far as the man is married,
don't go there.
Don't go there.
So far as the man is married.
So far as the man is married, even if the man is promising you heaven, don't go there.
But just a minute, in addition to what he said, who tells you that the people who are married are responsible? How do you know? Is it because he's giving the so-called job money?
For all you know, even in his home, he's not performing.
There is chaos and anarchy. So who tells you? And all these people, did they start performing when they were old? They started when they were young. So there's been some kind of maturity. Why don't you go in for somebody who also matured to that level? You want already cooked food. Some of the already cooked food is not too good for people.
It can be
so
very
go and cook it
sometimes.
go and cook it yourself and eat it. That is it.
Many too don't see it that way.
You see?
Because you see, when your father is, let's say, 60 years, and your mom is 30, or your mom is maybe probably 40, maybe the interval, you saw your father as an old man. There's so many like that. You see, a lady sees the father as an old man before she was maybe born. They don't see. They pick that from that place.
It's quite normal.
Even mommy, daddy look at the gap. You see, they don't see. They don't see this. And also this father figure thing. Many women are parading on the street of Accra and they like the father.
Well.
The fatherly love.
Exactly.
You see, so they pick the guy, the man. They don't see the man as their boyfriend. So they see the man as their father. And
they call them daddy.
Daddy.
You see?
Because they've not been calling daddy. They don't have daddies.
You are right.
So they always wants to daddy. So from today, when you hear a young girl on the phone saying daddy, 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 be very careful. Because they say daddy. Because they know them within them. They know I can't call you my boyfriend,
sweetheart, or
I can call
whatever.
you sweetheart.
Yeah.
I can call you
The
sweetheart.
best is to
So
say
the best
daddy.
is daddy.
To secure everything. To
So the person is talking to you, she's talking on the phone, and even in the presence of a pastor, but you hear daddy, 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 so you don't even think it's foul.
Well thought and planned.
You see? You see?
This is serious. A word of advice to a young woman.
You see, I always tell people, when I was growing up, I told myself that I want the best for myself.
That's right.
And I also saw, you see, just as Prof said, see, I saw my mother towing a certain line. She will not do things that are not supposed to be done. She will not say certain things that are not supposed to be said. So I told myself, I want to be a better wife, a better sister, a better everybody than my mother. So young people out there, young women out there, take somebody as a mentor. Instead of daddy, look for mommy. And say, hello, mommy. Get somebody, a mentor, and look up to the person. Let the person direct you. When you are going wayward, when you can hear voices, go and take it to somebody. Get an elderly person. In fact, you can go in for that man you want to have as a boyfriend daddy, the wife of that man. Make her a mommy. And then somehow, maybe the things that you even want, through the mommy, you get it from the daddy. Not getting yourself into trouble. Bringing all kinds of cases on your head. And it will be well with you.
Prof, for we the men who think that now we have it, we can do everything we want, get all the chicken and the eggs at the same time, a word of advice.
You see, there is a demon in every man. There is a demon in every man. Those demons, some you can cast it out. But those notorious ones, they've been with Adam till today. They've been with us. You can't cast those things out. The desire for a woman, it's a demon that you can't cast it out. But you must manage your demon. Manage that demon. Control that demon. You know, so that demon doesn't turn you into something that, you know. A pastor told me that, Prof, as for me, I find it difficult even to handle myself when it is in trousers. When if it is in trousers, it is in a dress, I find it difficult to handle it. Then the question is, what of if it is not in trousers? Then it's something else. You see, that is his problem. He's an anointed man. He's a man of God. But that is his problem. Because there is that beast, that demon. It's in everybody. It's in everybody. It's in every man. But we need to, you know,
we have to tame
that.
That's right.
Tame that demon. Make sure you manage it. You see, like a young boy saying, "Oh, anytime I see the young girls in the class, I feel for some." It's not sin. That demon is telling you that I'm there. I'm there. If you're not careful, I will turn you into something else. So we need to, the men, you've made money, you have everything. Don't try and expose yourself to disgrace or disaster. Let's try and let's manage. And whilst we are advising the men too, we must also advise the women.
That's right.
You know, the women. The women must understand that a man, God made a man a giver.
And you always have to give.
A giver. And a woman was made a taker. A receiver. You see, so when we get this, when we get this picture right, we understand it, then there wouldn't be the problems of creating unnecessary spaces for the men.
Or others to come and occupy.
For others to occupy. Otherwise, the men will be going outside. But we are pleading with all the men too. Even if the women are creating spaces, try as much as possible. You are the priest of the house. Try and put your house
in order.
When you put your house in order, there wouldn't be any problems.
A big thank you to Prophet Tete Okain for passing through the program. I'm grateful. Thank you so much for coming. And my very own Reverend Francis Beidu, thank you so much for coming. It's an honor having you. And viewers, thank you so much for being part of the show. And let me take this opportunity to say a big thank you once again to my neighbor, Mr. and Mrs. Ando, for this lovely shirt they brought me, and some ties as well. And on that note, a big thank you also to my friend Prophet Techi. And your wife and Genevieve. I mean, you guys are awesome. You also gave me some shirts to use for this program. And if you're also out there, you want to get me a shirt or suit or something, you are welcome. I will bless you for that. To my crew, Aaron and his team, and the cameraman, Abraham and David and all. I mean, all of you, you guys, and my floor managers and my director, Gertrude, and you guys are awesome. If I say I want to mention all of you, your names will be ending late. God richly bless you. We'll see you same time next week. But remember, God is still on his throne, and therefore you will always win. I love you, and take good care of yourself. We'll see you same time next week.
Me what Jesus, me suro. Me what Jesus, and see me more. So how ni badenara, sa so chini badenara. Me wo Jesus, enti min suro. Me wo Jesus, min suro. Me wo Jesus, enti